Life is full of troubles and vexations, that one must either rise above it by means of corrected thoughts, or leave it. Everyone takes the limits of his own vision for the limits of the world. Truth is no harlot who throws her arms round the neck of him who does not desire her. On the contrary, she is so coy a beauty that even the man who sacrifices everything to her can still not be certain of her favors. Whatever torch we kindle, and whatever space it may illuminate, our horizon will always remain encircled by the depth of night. To free a man from error is to give, not to take away. Knowledge that a thing is false is a truth. Error always does harm. Sooner or later it will bring mischief to the man who harbors it. For where did Dante get the material for his hell, if not from this actual world of ours? Each day is a little life. That I could clamber to the frozen moon, and draw the ladder after me. There is no absurdity so palpable but that it may be firmly planted in the human head if you only begin to inculcate it before the age of 5, by constantly repeating it with an air of great solemnity. Animals hear about death for the first time when they die. Each day is a little life. Every waking and rising a little birth, every fresh morning a little youth, every going to rest and sleep a little death. Scholars are those who have read in books, but thinkers, men of genius, world enlighteners, and reformers of the human race are those who have read directly in the book of the world. Money is human happiness in the abstract, and so the man who is no longer capable of enjoying such happiness in the concrete sets his whole heart on money. A genuine work of art can never be false, nor can it be discredited through the lapse of time, for it does not present an opinion but the thing itself. Solitude will be welcomed or endured or avoided, according as a man's personal value is large or small. Nature shows that with the growth of intelligence comes increased capacity for pain, and it is only with the highest degree of intelligence that suffering reaches its supreme point. If God made this world, then I would not want to be the God. It is full of misery and distress that it breaks my heart. No one writes anything worth writing, unless he writes entirely for the sake of his subject. Men need some kind of external activity, because they are inactive within. Night gives a black look to everything, whatever it may be. Clio, the muse of history, is as thoroughly infected with lies as a street whore with syphilis. For the more a man has in himself, the less he will want from other people, the less, indeed, other people can be to him. This is why a high degree of intellect tends to make a man unsocial. True, men best show their character in trifles, where they are not on their guard. It is in the simplest habits that we often see the boundless egotism which pays no regard to the feelings of others and denies nothing to itself. Truth is most beautiful undraped. Marrying means to grasp blindfolded into a sack hoping to find out an eel out of an assembly of snakes. He who can see truly in the midst of general infatuation is like a man whose watch keeps good time, when all clocks in the town in which he lives are wrong. He alone knows the right time. what use is that to him? If the immediate and direct purpose of our life is not suffering, then our existence is the most ill-adapted to its purpose in the world. Buying books would be a good thing if we also could buy the time to read them. Honor has not to be won, it must only not be lost. Directly after copulation, the devil's laughter is heard. In the end, everyone stands alone, and the important thing is who it is that stands alone. Any foolish boy can stamp on a beetle, but all the professors in the world cannot make a beetle. Why is it that, in spite of all the mirrors in the world, no one really knows what he looks like? The two enemies of human happiness are pain and boredom. Today it is bad, and day by day it will get worse until at last the worst of all arrives. We seldom speak of what we have, but often of what we lack. A precondition for reading good books is not reading bad ones, for life is short. No rose without a thorn. Yes, but many a thorn without a rose. Other people's heads are too wretched a place for true happiness to have its seat. Education stuffs you full of ideas without the coinciding experience that gave rise to those ideas in the first place, giving you incorrect perspective and notions.